Hello and welcome back to CSE's live chat. I'm Sukanya Nair, and I have a very special guest today to start talking about Vibha. She's a writer, she's a journalist. She's the one who conceptualized CSE's first food series, which basically connects the dot between biodiversity, nutrition, health, and livelihood. And the most important bit that I'm keeping is she's also the host and the anchor of CSE's first food show, and that is the Green Kitchen. Thank you so much, Vibha, for joining this live chat today.
Thank you.
Vibha, let me just get right into it. Can you tell us what the Green Kitchen, the show, is all about, and where did this idea come from?
First of all, Sukanya, thanks for inviting me. And as you said, the whole idea about the Green Kitchen started with our us trying to find out about the nature, nutrition, and livelihood linkages. So that's the tagline of our Green Kitchen. So it's very important for us, the nature part of it. As you know, that India is one of the most biodiverse countries in the world. It has nearly 11% of the total biodiversity that is known around the world. Also, we you have used this for a very long time because our ancestors have been using the local biodiversity as food for centuries, and they have this knowledge with them. So we wanted to share this with our viewers. Also, over the time, we found out that this provides a very good source of livelihood to the people who are growing them or even foraging them from the forest or from any other place, because generally the kind of food that we are talking about grows outside the agricultural field also. So it grows in forests, it grows in ponds, wetlands, and everything. So it's a good source of livelihood for a lot of people in the country. So we wanted to bring all these things together and do a show, which is now the Green Kitchen.
So you recently completed the first season of the Green Kitchen. How did that? matlab, what were the kind of episodes that you had? What was the show all about? And more importantly, on a side note, you had over 63 lakh views across social media platforms.
Mhm.
How does that feel?
Feels very good. To answer your last question first.
Right.
So the first, let me tell you about the first season of the Green Kitchen. So in that season, we were just experimenting with it for the first time. So we invited a lot of experts across the world, social media influencers. We also called academicians and etc. Also. So overall, out of the 8 episodes that we did, 6 of them were focused on tree-based foods. So why are tree-based foods important for us? Because they are not affected by the minor changes in the climate that easily uh,
The crops.
crops would do. So, like as you have seen, we have huge variations in, weather now. Extreme weather events are very, very common. So trees survive in that. So in the first season, we covered fruits like
We
the
had jack,
bale,
yeah, we had jackfruit.
yeah, and we had bale.
Right.
Bale is very good for summers.
Mhm.
So because it retains a lot of moisture and it's has medicinal values also. So that is one tree that we covered. Also, it provides livelihood because if you see the show, you would see that in Delhi during the summer season, there are lots of vendors who sell the bale juice or the
Right.
bale sharbat on the road. So it sells very well because if you see the video, lots of people just keep on passing by and they buy. It's a very cheap drink also.
Right.
They buy and easily consume it.
And even at
So
CSE, we have it, right?
yes, that too. So it's a very popular thing now, but that has happened in the last 10-15 years only. Before that, nobody used to be very comfortable drinking from the roadside either. Other than that, we covered jackfruit, as you said. Jackfruit is very, very popular. It has provided livelihood to a lot of people in Kerala. It has been promoted. It is there. It is also the state tree of Kerala, I
Right.
think. And so not only is it nutritious because one fruit can provide food for a lot of people because it's so huge, and also it has medicinal value. It can be used instead of flour because some people are also making flour out of it, out of the unripe
Right.
uh,
Jackfruit.
jackfruit.
Yeah.
So it has a multiple it's a multi
No,
use tree.
the best part is very recently I realized that most North Indians do not know that jackfruit can be eaten as a fruit. They only know it as a sabzi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a wide variation.
Yeah.
In the south, I think everyone has it as a fruit itself.
Yeah.
But in the north, as you said, it's very rare to have it like that.
Mm.
So so the livelihood potential is there. It's nutritious also, and it is good for the nature also because it can survive anything
Right.
that happens uh, around us. We also covered.
I had an
Com-
episode on jamun.
yeah, yeah.
That was that was an interesting episode.
Yeah, because see, when we went to the Sabji Mandi, all the fruit vendors told us that this is for diabetics.
Right.
Because every diabetic would come and buy it. And one of the guys also said that it is not a fruit, it's a medicine.
Yes.
So, the kind of popularity it has is stupendous.
Mm.
So we did that. We had a talk with one of the top leading diabetologists in the country
Okay.
for that. And he did also suggest that you can have it, but in small quantities, not to have too much of it. We had a show on mango, which is very
Right.
popular, and it was
Yes.
very popular at that time because it was peak summers.
Right.
But then we found out that the fruit was getting affected by high heat. That was the time when Delhi was facing that
The
heat
extreme,
wave, and
yes, yeah.
so the fruits that were growing in the orchard at IARI were all, getting burnt
Oh,
because of the
yeah.
high heat. So, that also is something that we need to take care of. There are varieties which survive high heat also. So these were some of the things that we did.
I'll just run the page also
Yeah,
along with it,
yeah,
so
that would be
people
good.
can
So
have a look at it.
other than that, we had one on roots also. That was the haldi. We
Oh, yes.
started with the
That was the
haldi.
first
That was the first episode that we carried. But because it was not a tree born food, so that's why I did not want to
Right.
start with that. But the major thing was that we wanted to start with something tree which is hardy, which is
And
easy
will
to
stay,
get, which would stay having.
withstand, and just
Yes,
continue.
exactly.
So if you can see this page on CSE, we have a Green Kitchens page, and here you can see all the episodes of the Green Kitchen. We
Yeah.
had about 8 episodes.
8 episodes, and
Yeah.
I think I just missed the Gooler,
Okay.
which was very unknown to a lot of people. That actually got us the maximum hits also, I think, and also so many people commented on that because people had this at some point in time in their life, and when they saw the episode, they remembered about it. They've
Right.
looked around for that fruit. So, it was something that we
Like
have
an
been
impact.
actually,
Yeah.
actually, that is what we are trying. As you said, we have had a lot of views and we have had a lot of comments on our videos. So it shows that the interest is there and people do want to eat healthy. They want to also ensure that they have some food when times are go bad.
Right.
And the thing is, they also have the knowledge about it. It's just, you have to remind them. And that was what was very good about it. I hope all our viewers would actually go out, look for these ingredients, and try cooking with that, and they will share. Please do share your recipes and what your experience has been with these ingredients. I would love to read up all that.
Yeah, we should also compile it together and just share it with everyone.
Exactly.
Right?
So, knowledge has to be shared.
Of course.
Our ancestors had this knowledge. It is getting lost. We are trying to revive it. And we also want more inputs from our viewers in that. So that would be good.
So are you excited? So the next season of the Green Kitchen is just right around the corner. On October 2nd, we are launching our second season. Are you excited about it?
Yes, we just finished shooting for that and it went very well. So let me tell you something about
Yeah, we also
the
would like to
episode.
know what can we expect from the second season.
Yeah. So the whole season is focused on a very, very staple food that we consume across the country. So it is the dal bhat. It's a
Okay.
combination of any local rice variety
Okay.
and a local legume.
Okay.
So these are, rice varieties which are not basmati,
Yes.
as you will hear in the in the show a lot of times. But these are, local varieties which are sticky rice and which is not fragrant but very very tasty because not much of pesticides and fertilizers have been used to grow them, and they are available only in
In
some
that area.
areas of the country, and people enjoy eating that. So we have covered a variety, around 7 varieties from across the country.
As a
And
Malayali, I'm curious. Do you also have matta rice?
yes, we do
You
have
do.
that.
Okay.
That's one of the episodes, and we had it with the green moong dal, the whole moong dal.
Okay.
And we, for the whole of the show, we invited Professor Pushpesh Pant. He's a food historian and a critic, and he has talked about all these varieties, and he also prepared these
Oh, wow.
food for us, and we
So the
enjoyed
video,
it all together.
so the video, in the video, we'll also see the preparation.
Yes, to some extent, to the extent that we could show, it was done at a restaurant, so uh, limited views, but
All right.
it is going, the process is going to be there.
I'm looking forward to it.
So we just finished with that, and 7 varieties, and whole lot of history, and how people use it and why people use it, about the nutritive value, or about the different pulses and the legumes that are available in the country. So one of my favorites is a legume from Jharkhand,
Okay.
which is the Khisari dal. So
Okay.
that's a very unpopular pulse, because people generally link it to letharism, and people don't eat it. But when I talk to some of my known people from Jharkhand, they said they have it every day.
Oh, wow.
So, like, it was a big revelation, and I tried it. It's a very, very nice and tasty, different kind of a legume. And the knowledge, again, I would get back to the knowledge. People did use it earlier. It got, because at some point there was a famine and people overate that.
Right.
That's why the problem started. Otherwise, it's something that you can add to your the platter once in a while. Like, if you increase the choices on your plate, it's going to make it easy. Increasing food diversity is one of the most important things, especially in a climate risk world. So how do you know what is going to survive and what is not going to survive? And have to know how to eat it.
Right.
So you need to have recipes, which is why, if you see our books, we have done 4 books on
This is
food.
what I was talking about earlier, the first food series which she had conceptualized. So there
So
are,
this is the third book, and I think Sukanya
yeah,
could
yeah, I
share
can
the
share
link
the link.
also.
I'll just open it. I'll be sharing the link after the session.
So this is
No,
in
no,
our store.
just a sec.
So you can visit our store and you can purchase the series of all the 4 books.
Yeah, it's on CSE store, so please do check it out.
So this has a lot of recipes. So we are trying to keep preserve the knowledge, ensure that it is available for everyone.
And finally, my last question, how do you plan to take forward the work of the Green Kitchen?
So first of all, as I said, I would like to hear from everyone. We would like to know what people consume across the country. So all our viewers are really welcome to let us know about local ingredients around in their states. So that is one thing. The Green Kitchen is going to uh, continue for long,
Yeah,
I
this
hope.
we'll be
And
having more seasons.
yes, so that's the plan. And the best, the the most important thing is that collection of knowledge, and ensuring that people have livelihood from that. And as I said earlier, the whole idea is that people increase the biodiversity on their plate, so they have a nutritive, they have more nutrition in their diets, and they provide livelihood to a lot of people who so far are not using that, not being able to earn that much from their food.
So to popularize
Yeah.
those lost
Yeah.
food.
So as you have a very good example of this from the last year itself. So the government promoted millets.
Right.
Now everyone is eating millets. So that's the power of sharing knowledge. That's the power of showing how that it can be prepared, how it can be cooked. And um, in our books, if you see, we have a lot of chefs. We have talked about a lot of chefs who use these ingredients in their restaurants also.
kitchens.
So, it's something novel.
Right.
People should try to include as much as possible. And these plants and these ingredients have been used as medicine also traditionally.
Right.
So, it gives you everything. It is good for the environment, it's good for it has nutrition, it is good for the nature.
So, I mean, just something I was wondering. So, how do we ensure? I mean, do we stick to the localized food, or, I mean, because when I watch all these episodes, I am curious to try all of them,
Mhm.
but they are probably not from Delhi. So, how do we work around that?
Okay, it is a very difficult thing, as we found out while we were making the book. So getting the ingredients is difficult because they are not that popular. But then millets, we have millets from Karnataka, which earlier nobody knew about.
Mhm.
So these do get popular. There is a market available. People would be able to like get them in the market
Right, right.
also, at least online. Some of the things are easily available online. The quality is sometimes not very good, but the best thing would be, I would suggest, is to keep an open mind when you
Right.
go out, you travel, you
Right.
try these things.
Right.
If instead of just like looking for a chole bhature in your in everywhere,
So I
you
can
can
say
try.
that we should try the local dal bhat.
Yes, the
Going with
local dal
the
bhat. I hope all the restaurants in the state should promote this. It's such a good combination. It is full of nutrition. It's a perfect combination of a carb and protein. They work so well together. It's easy to make. So why not?
definitely.
Yeah.
All right, Vibha, thank you so much for joining me today. And we are really looking forward to the new season. It'll be out on October 2nd, so please watch out our website, cseindia.org. We'll be back soon with the next episode. Until then, bye bye.
Thank you.